Okay, this is a tweet right here. Let's see if anything happens towards Leslie Williams at location where she was assaulted at on 07/09/14. Assault, police, etc. that causes her to move. Okay, you can see that this was just tweeted 26 seconds ago. 26 seconds ago. Now I'm going to show you today's date. In fact, I'm going to open this tweet up so you can see the date it was made and the time it was sent. 4:41 p.m. Right now the time is 4:42 p.m. Okay, on August 27, 2014. Now I'm a target of gang stalking, organized stalking, and these filthy animals, they will use anybody. They will use anybody to act as a buffer between the target, the property owner, the police, anybody. In other words, they know I'm here. They know I'm here for a fact. So in order to make it appear, they got to have a normal appearing legitimate reason to know I'm here though. So when they bring about an event towards me, their desired result will be to attempt to cause me to have to move. Okay, well, the police, if they come down here, straightforward, just come down here, okay, then it's going to look obvious because they got to have an excuse of how they know I'm here. Okay, so they'll need a buffer, an event or a person using a normal appearing excuse, or bring about an event that is designed to look like it was brought about through normal appearing means. Okay, this is organized gang stalking street theaters I'm talking about. Street theaters are gang stalking staged events, and when they stage events, they will use anybody for them. Anybody. Neighbors, landscape workers, handymen, anybody. You would just not would believe what I went through today at this area. Today's date is August 27, 2014. I'm going to now go to the calendar feature in my phone. Now, I'm going to be getting outside of this tent here in about 10 minutes in order to make dinner. Okay? Alright, now here's me showing you the date in order to make dinner and to pick up some loose ends that I had that are not normally outside of my tent. And the only reason why they are is because I've been going through property to bag it up and categorize it to move it. Now, I wasn't able to take care of the loose ends that came about as a result of filtering through a bunch of property that didn't get bagged up. Okay? So those loose ends have been kind of sitting outside of my tent for the last couple days. Now, whenever they stage events, basically what they do in gang stalking is they attempt to make it appear the target's crazy. They will also attempt to try and make it appear that the target's living in squalor. Okay? I've already made audio files about this. Alright, hold on. Now, again, this is how gang stalking operates. They got to be able to bring about an event in order to bring about the result for the event. In order to bring about an event, they have to make it look like it's happening because of normal appearing reasons and excuses. Okay? That's right. That's right. Who owns this property? Is it state-owned, or is a property owner own it? Who owns it? Okay? Now, intentionally bringing about individuals down up in here, okay, to make it look like they got a normal appearing reason to know I'm here so the property owner or police can be called, is a method of gang stalking, okay? Now, let's see if any problems transpire here tonight in the next 30 days, okay? That includes me leaving for any day to go about my business, take care of business for the day, and then coming home and discovering my property gone, like a tent or any property that's hidden close by, and then a trespass notice left in its place. See, the whole goal in gang stalking is to create the homelessness of the target. You can go to YouTube and Google and just type in how they create homelessness of targets. It's all over the internet, okay? The gang stalking creates the homelessness and then attempts to exploit the homelessness by claiming the target is mentally ill because they're claiming they're being stalked by people they don't know. They claim the target cannot take care of themselves because they're homeless but won't get out of it, even though they got a steady income. Okay? You can go to Google and research how organized stalking, gang stalking targets are gang stalked from one place to the next. Apartment to apartment to apartment to apartment. Okay? In fact, let me show you something right here. Hold on a second. There's a book that's online right now, and I'm literally going to show it to you because I have a picture of it. Now, this book, what I'm going to show you right now, okay? Hold on a second. In fact, just go to Google. All you got to do is just go to Google and type in how they will gang stalk a target from one apartment to another apartment to a motel room to another apartment to another apartment. Okay? And you'll see that they gang stalk a target individual from place to place to place to place. Okay? This is done to frustrate the target. This is done to make the target want to move. If the target won't move, they will employ other tactics to bring about the homelessness, like getting property owners and landlords on board. Using post employees on board for mail theft and mail delayment of rent. Okay? Soliciting the assistance of property owners and fellow tenants of a target. It's all over the internet. Creating homelessness of the target individual is all over the internet. So what we got to understand here is that these animals create the homelessness and then attempt to exploit it. Okay, they know where the target's at in real time at all times, or otherwise they wouldn't be able to get along the target individual's routes and work in a cooperating relationship privately with the landlord and property owner. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make here, ladies and gentlemen, is that they know I'm whistleblowing. I've been whistleblowing all morning on Twitter, because of what these filthy skinks pulled this morning. So they know I'm whistleblowing. You can go to YouTube and Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and let's see, cell phone hacking, cell phone tracking, and how they will hack into a target's cell phone and use it as a microphone, a GPS tracker, and a camera. They also will hack into a target individual's email accounts, blog accounts, YouTube accounts, anything and everything. Regular USPS mail, anything and everything that they can get their hands into in order to have what they're doing assist them in what they want to bring about against the target. Now they create the homelessness and then use it as a means and they basically just gang stalk them from apartment to apartment to apartment to apartment to motel room. Target just gives up and says, well, screw this, I'm not going through my money, I'll just hike out. Well, do you honestly think they're not going to gang stalk them to their hiking area? But what they do is they use individuals that look like utility company personnel, can act as a witness in reference to, like, if they'll bring a utility personnel, like say at an apartment complex when an event is unfolding, and then use that utility company personnel as a witness, so the landlord and property owner can blame the incident on the target using the utility company personnel as a witness, and then use that event to evict the target. So if they'll do, you can go to Google and YouTube and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and construction workers, landscape workers, public workers, state employees, police officers, even lawyers and doctors and judges. Just do what I tell you to do and you'll see I'm telling you the truth, because what will come up in reference to you typing in each of these aforementioned descriptions, you will see a huge amount of Google generated responses to each description, and you will read target individuals' testimony in reference to how they're being used to play a role in whatever is brought about against the target individual for that specific event. Okay, now they know that they want to steer me to another isolated wooded area where there's no neighbors across the street or on the hill from behind me, so I can be robbed, raped, maybe even worse. Okay, robbed of my money, my food stamp card, my identification, my social security card, my bus pass, my cell phones, my American Express gift cards, my cash, everything. Okay, and they believe that, well, what is she gonna do? Call the police? You know, they could knock me out if I'm in a more isolated wooded area, and who's gonna know about it? See, because I wear this blowhorn on me on a daily basis. Okay, this blowhorn, when somebody approaches me down here that shouldn't be here, especially if they're approaching me in a threatening manner, I start squeezing this horn. Now, the neighbors across the street, joggers that go by here can hear it, neighbors up the hill can hear it. But if I have to move from here and as a result I got to go to a more isolated environment, a more isolated wooded area, they can do anything towards me. And they're already not doing it, the police are already not doing anything concerning me being assaulted here. On July 9th, 2014, they didn't do a damn thing concerning me being assaulted right across the street from here. Okay, they didn't do a damn thing concerning me being assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS is sending me a altered Excuse me. I just drank some grape soda. They didn't do a damn thing concerning, you can go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Okay. That individual that assaulted me on that video had engaged in gang stalking of me on prior dates, okay, and on the morning before the assault occurred. Now, you can go to YouTube and type that term in, learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. Also look in the description of that YouTube video to see that I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred. Now, I've also been brutally assaulted on 3 other occasions, and all 4 assaults were literally predicted before they occurred. So that's why I do what I do. See, because if I can predict what these, like, look at this right here. Man in trolley beating video arrested. Okay, he was brutally assaulted by MTS security guards, and now he's arrested. Okay. Man in trolley beating video, if that's the one, this might not be the case. I shouldn't even be saying. I think it is, though, because La Mesa police. Well, anyway, I'll just bring it up while I'm talking. The point I'm trying to make is this, is that why would MTS send me an altered video of me being assaulted if they weren't involved in that staged assault? They don't have a problem sending me a video of the assault, but the video's altered. So why do they alter it? They'd have to have a motive and a reason to hide something. Okay? So what I do, I expose these filthy rats all over the internet. They know it because cyber surveillance is a methodology of gang stalking. Google it. Okay? So what I do, and what I have done and continue to do, is predict what these little animals are going to do before they do it. That's right, baby cakes. And then when they are stupid enough to do it, I fold that current evidence onto all of the other past evidence, okay, that was obtained by me, evidence that stems from predictions. Okay? Now, if they try to steer me to a more isolated environment, they can steal all my evidence. They can steal my camera, my cell phone, my money, all my property. Is that why they're bringing about, yeah, this is the one. The man captured on video being beaten by transit cops on a San Diego trolley has been arrested. Okay? So, let's see if they ever investigate the brutal beating he got by MTS. You would not believe the filthy whoredom that is going on in our system here in San Diego. It's just crazy. Today, a San Diego police officer by the name of Christopher Hayes got off with a slap on the hand for sexual abuse on the job. Now, the second San Diego police officer, one of them is in prison right now, Officer Abarellis. Why do I have Officer Abarellis' signature in my possession right now? Because he was one of the San Diego police officers that denied my right to make a police report concerning me being gang stalked back in 2011. That's why. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, all you have to do is think to yourself, of the evidence I got is astronomical. It's literally indisputable. It's undeniable. It's literally undeniable. Okay? So they know I got this evidence, and they also know that I've been looking up lawyers' addresses and stuff. I just posted a video yesterday of tweets that were sent to Dan Gillian, who is a high-profile, lawyer, okay, for sexual harassment, sexual abuse and sexual harassment victims by San Diego cops. In fact, he was just on the radio this morning talking about how Officer Hayes got away with a slap on the hand. Instead of getting 4 years, he got 1. Okay? Now, I've been tweeting him and sending him emails concerning what's happening to me. I was sexually harassed by 2 San Diego sheriff's officers inside the Hall of Justice. It was caught on audio file. I filed a complaint with Internal Affairs. They did nothing. I've been tweeting that. Now, do they know what I'm tweeting online? Cell phone hacking is a method of gang stalking. Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Google it. Of course they do. So what they're doing is trying to now create events to cause me to have to move to more isolated environments where I can be robbed of all my evidence, all my money, all my IDs, food stamp card and everything, raped even, okay, and which will put me in extreme destitution. Okay? That's right. That's right. But in order to steer me to these other environments, they got to have a normal appearing reason to know I'm here, and then to use that excuse to cause it to have me to have to move. And I'm predicting it right now in today's date. Right now in today's date. And I'm showing you again, in closing, my calendar on my phone. Okay? I'm doing it right now. Showing you my calendar so you can see today's date. July 27th. I'm sorry, August 27th, 2014 at this hiking area. Thank you.